Yeehaw! Welcome back to the White Time channel. Today, Adrianne Lenker, Bright Future. No Wheel. It's a new release. It just came out. Hasn't existed until last week. We just did a new Sir album, and then this is the next thing on our list. I think we're all very excited for this thing. Um, I know, Jerry, I don't think you've heard a Big Thief album,
That's
but you've
not
heard the
true.
singles, or you've heard
I've
most of,
listened to Dragon New Warm
yeah,
Mountain, whatever that one's called,
I Believe in You.
and it's very good.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
Incredible, even. But yeah, I have not heard any of the singles from this thing. I've also not listened to a solo record of hers.
Mm.
But you have heard the singles, or some of them.
I have heard Sadness as a Gift, and as soon as I heard that, I'm like, we need to do this album on the channel. This is one of the best songs maybe I've ever heard. And so, time to do a reaction to a really sad song on the YouTube channel. I don't know. Bab
Oh, yeah,
Jab,
Bab
have you
Jab.
heard anything?
I have stopped myself from listening to the singles, which has been very hard to do, and the whole album because it's been out for a week.
Well,
But
that's true.
True.
I'm a very big fan of Big Thief, uh, and Songs by Adrianne Lenker is a fantastic album. So I'm very excited. So, yes,
All right.
I am excited.
Well, then I guess we'll just get started without any further ado with track one, Real House.
Do you remember running the purity of the air around, braiding willow branches into a crown? That love is all I want. I'm a child humming into the clarity of black space. I never saw you cry. Not until our dog died. And the whole family came back together. We held her body as they put the needle in her. And then I saw you cry. And then I saw you cry.
All right. That chipper tune was called Real House.
Where are we going? Which way are we going?
Bab Jab starts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, songwriting is incredible across like her entire catalog, solo and with Big Thief. Just incredible songwriting, and I love her voice too. So obviously pretty on the nose, um, but yeah, first track that's definitely sets the tone for probably what the rest of it's going to be. So just incredible songwriting. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the context of this album. Um, I know that it's like sad cowboy songs. The songs that I've heard are not as bare bones as that one, but I think that having it just be the piano and her voice, really great opener for what's going to be a sad record, I'm sure. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great slow paced track, uh, dedicated to her mom. So pretty good start, I would say.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I almost did a masterpiece. I'm like, this is close, but I don't know what the scale is for the rest of this record, so I'm gonna withhold it for now. But yeah, I love the kind of slowcore theme where it's just like let's make a song as minimal and as drawn out as possible. I love that. You get to hear everything, even with the mixing so close and the piano just is like so warm and deep in here. Her voice has always been incredible to me. It's kind of this Joni Mitchell with like a little bit more of a fanaticism to it. There's some mystical songwriting in here. It's again one of these bridges between reality and kind of like she loves playing with like fantasy and space and stuff like that. And I love that. I feel like she does such great metaphor with that. But yeah, this was phenomenal. I love tracks like this, and starting off the album like this is a strong start. I feel like this is usually one that kind of gets buried in like the 3/4 area. So I like it as the opener.
Yeah, I think it works really well, especially as a lead-in to track 2, Sadness as a Gift.
Two, one, two, three, four. You and I both know there is nothing more to say. Chance has shut her shining eyes and turned her face away. Leaning on the windowsill, you could write me someday, and I think you will. We could see the sadness as a gift and still feel too heavy to hold.
Sadness as a Gift.
Yeah, I didn't listen to that one ahead of time, so yeah. uh why am I going first? Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I talk too much and you don't talk enough.
This doesn't change that. Yeah, that was incredible. I really like the violin part in the middle. That was sick. That one was like more of like a song structure instead of just like a linear one like the first one. So that kind of helps it like feel like more of a song instead of just like an opener. But yeah, that one was also fantastic. Very, very nice.
Yes, I agree. I think easily a masterpiece. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time talking about it because pretty much every aspect of the song I absolutely love. You know me, I love a good Western folk type song, and I heard that song, I'm like, oh boy, this is right up my alley. If the album's gonna be like this is gonna be a treat. And yeah, I love that song so much.
Yeah, this feels like if you take everything that Jerry likes and talks about constantly and then you jam it into one song and like, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I love the kind of old school Western traditional folk sound it has. The way they play with textures is fantastic. I love that sharp violin, and then you have this really crisp piano playing with it. Her vocals again are just incredible. I would take an a cappella record from her and like just be completely happy with it. Something about her vocal is just like the most interesting thing in the world to me. Pacing of it is fantastic. This truly does read sad cowboy in all the best ways possible. But yeah, I think between this and the first track, like they're a dead tie for me. I love both of these styles equally, and I think that she pulls them off like in a really great way. So Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Track 3 is Fool.
You call him fool.
Me.
Oh.
Self-deprecating.
I feel like a fool, yeah, walking downhill with the dogs. You keep it cool, watching my fire ignite, heart out of sight, body and mind fist fight, heart out of sight, body like a bat in flight. Oh, they say when it's right, it's right. Jamie's in LA. Allie found a 5-acre farm. Max is gonna play. John got a clown on his arm. Lucky's gonna flip, flip, flip. Jerry's gonna go for a trip. Bird's gotta fly. I'll love you till I die. Oh, what more can I possibly say?
All right. That was Fool.
That was definitely more of a Big Thief song than a Adrian Lenker song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still loved it. That was awesome. I like the guitar in that one especially. That one felt like really not upbeat, but a lot more like alive, I would say. But yeah, that was really good. I like that one a lot as well. And the Jerry mention is always good.
Of course.
The Jerry shout.
I never get shouted out in music. It's nice. You know, Babby has all these lyrics that have his
Yeah,
name in
everybody
it.
says Babby.
Yeah, so it's nice to get a little bit of representation.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I liked it. Yeah, so far this album's kind of been all over the place in terms of tones and vibe, but not in terms of quality, because that song was also really, really good. I agree. This does sound like something off of that Dragon New Warm Mountain, I Believe in You, which is not a bad thing, because it sounded really good. So, yeah, I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, I agree. I like that we're getting a good variety, and it's not just the first track, because that's when it gets like, oh my god, a little bit too much, which is totally fine. I'm glad it's not just for the sake of a reaction on this channel, because I feel like that kind of music you really need to like be in your own. But I love how fun this one is. The guitar is super plucky. It almost reminds me of like something off of Nurture in the way that Porter Robinson plays with electronics and texture, except they're doing it with an acoustic guitar, which turns out really, really, really well. I love that it just sounds like she's having fun, and there's just this really nice tone to the whole thing. Yeah, there's always like this weird awkwardness to Big Thief, at least on the last record, that I really enjoy. It's you can tell it's fun. It's just super organic. It's really natural, and that's my favorite thing about it. So, very good.
Yeah. Track 4 is No Machine. No Machines, thank you.
Alright.
Let no machine eat away our dream. Baby, take my hand, let's go together. No surprise, the wound lives in your eyes, a needle shining like a diamond in the desert. I don't know what I'd do, don't know what I'd do without you. Don't know where I'd go, don't know where I'd go without you.
No Machine.
No Machine. That's definitely my front runner so far. That was very, very, very nice.
Yes.
I really like how she does the lower backing vocals. She does that a lot on Big Thief as well, but that I feel like that really adds to it when you can hear like the lower backing vocals. I feel like it adds a lot more depth to the song. or like a lot more. Yeah, yeah, a lot more oomph.
I got you.
Sure. Yeah, that's the one thing I picked up on this one. But yeah, that was just a very, very sweet song.
Yeah. Yeah, I am going to heavily agree. I'm always a fan of when an artist harmonizes down instead of harmonizes up because I feel like harmonize up is the default. So it's really nice. It creates a really nice contrast to harmonize down. And this song does it a lot. I was also going to say that the acoustic guitar playing reminded me a lot of something off of like Born and Raised by John Mayer, his weirdo country turn that he took in the early 2010s. Just that kind of Travis picking guitar pattern kind of going on, but then that riff in between the chorus and the verse, I just loved it. I'm a big fan of these types of acoustic tracks, so big win.
Yeah, I also love this one. This might be my favorite as well. I think we're all a hive mind when it comes to this so far. Uh, yeah, I think the guitar playing is fantastic. I love how plucky it is. I just love that it's like so minimal, but at the same time, like one instrument is really carrying the song in a really nice way. The timbre of the guitar and the timbre of her voice like work so well. It feels so vintage, but it feels fresh in a weird way. Songwriting is fantastic here. I love the sentiment of like wanting to make sure like you keep yourself intact, and not just like go on auto, like be like a, I go to work, I come home, I go to sleep, and like this kind of struggle that she's having with it. It's really great. I love how like just pretty her songwriting is. I'm not like picking up a whole lot of lyrics so far on this. I'm just kind of getting took up by the sound. I find that in acoustic tracks, it takes me longer to like figure out lyrics wise for some reason. But usually because the writing is a lot more flowery and there's a lot more metaphor and symbolism in it. But it sounds fantastic. I think her writing has always been a strong suit. But yeah, this one's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah. All right, track 5 is Free Treasure.
Free?
For free?
What?
Do you wanna go to the river? I know this spot so deep and green, with wild raspberries and apple trees and rocks to climb between, water like a washing machine. Do you wanna dance? Sometimes I think I try too hard. I trip on my shoes and I trip on my shirt, get caught on the dirt in the yard. Caught on the dirt in the yard, you show me understanding, patience and pleasure, time and attention, love without measure, love without measure.
Free Treasure.
That's my new number one again.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's just a flex on how good her songwriting is. I don't think I've ever heard anyone like have as good of songwriting as her in terms of like making everything feel like a connected experience of just like being alive. Like how she like just like describes like falling down in dirt and like smelling good food. And it's like, yeah, I felt that. She's just like, yeah, she's just so good at doing that kind of songwriting, and it like really connects really well.
Yeah.
And the guitar again was beautiful. This is great so far. I love it.
I agree. I think I would put Lucy Dacus also in that category for songwriting and making these like shared experiences feel human. But yeah, man, I love fingerpicked guitar, which is ironic because I have been playing guitar for about 4 years now. I don't know how to do it. I should just, bite the bullet, but I strum all the way. So sorry. But I don't know. I really like this song though. Really, really good.
Yeah, this is also my new number one. I think this is like again, borderline perfect. Yeah, I love this style of music where it is just like simple guitar and just really easy listening, but really fantastically made. Oftentimes it's really sad though. So I do appreciate a song like this that just shows the simple pleasures in life and the stuff that really matters in such a thoughtful and straightforward way that just makes you connect to it so easily. Because then I get to listen to the fantastic sounding music that puts me in this very calm mood without feeling very depressed because of heavy subject matter. I think there's a
Sure.
good balance that is struck there. I also love verse 5 with the guy at the nape of my neck and he hangs out there all day. That's just fantastic. I love that verse. Yeah, the pacing of these songs is fantastic. It's one of these things where you kind of just get enchanted by how beautiful the guitar playing is, and it just like the rest of the track just kind of goes over so smoothly.
Yes.
But yeah, that one's fantastic. That one's my favorite for sure.
Yeah, man, we got just heaters after heaters here. Track 6 is Vampire Empire. A fun rhyme. Kind of.
That one ringtone.
Sad, I know exactly what one you're talking about.
Watching TV, tired, bleeding on the bed. The milk is just expired, all the leaves are dead. I'm not quiet, you've been quiet, just receiving what you said. Reeling, feeding, feeling filled by everything you fed. I see you as you see yourself through all the books you read. Overwhelmed with guilt and realizing the disease. You give me chills, I've had it with the trills. I'm nothing, you are nothing, we are nothing with the pills. I'm empty till she feels, alive until she kills. And her vampire empire on the fish and she's my kills. Falling, yeah. Falling, yeah.
All right, that was Vampire Empire.
So this was also released as a Big Thief song, and this is just a more acoustic version of that one.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I prefer this one a little bit more, honestly. Yeah, that was just a nice change of pace from the last couple ones. It's a lot more upbeat, lively. I know lively isn't like the best word to use because it's not like the rest of it's like boring or anything, but it just like feels a lot more, yeah.
There's more oomph.
There's more oomph. I
Word of
I
the
should
day.
add that to my regular vocabulary.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, but a little Easter egg there. It's just the same song, but acoustic.
Yeah, I didn't know that this was a Big Thief song. I do like it. I think it's kind of funny to have this on like the same album as like a Sadness as a Gift because this has all of the pieces that Sadness as a Gift has, but just like every piece is playing like more chaotic and like I don't know, all scattered and around. It's fun. It's like a fun little hoedown or something. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that one. I was trying to figure out the guitar the whole time. I'm like, how do you get a guitar to sound like that? I think I figured it out right at the end. I think they detuned like the middle strings, so there's like no tension, and that's why it sounds all rattly. And then they're playing the bass strings palm muted. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but that's what I think is going on. But I liked it.
They're
It
actually
was just a
using an
little bit-
ancient Indonesian strumming style.
It's possible. I'm putting it in a lens that I would know. So
Popularized by
Adrian Lenker.
Johnny Guitar in the 1960s.
Johnny Guitar.
But for real though, that one's a masterpiece to me. I think I was waiting to give it out on one of these songs. I think this felt right.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a Big Thief song. It makes sense as a Big Thief song. I think it works, really well here. I think it shows all of the best qualities of her and her style. You get the roughness, you get this really cool organic energy, you get the fantastic songwriting that's like borderline whimsical, and then like it hits you right in the gut. It reminds me a lot of like the Velvet Underground and how noisy and like overblown it is. I really love the textures here. I'm getting a lot of the Glow Part 2 and the way that like she is just organically throwing things at a wall and making things work, even if like musically it doesn't make sense. You just got pot and pans going everywhere. You have the guitar going out of tune. Everything is on its own wavelength, and I think it works really well. Out of this chaos, you get this really nice composition, even though it's like really, really cluttered in there. And I think it works so well. I also love the subject matter of going like from the extremes of like emotions in a relationship, from the extremely good to the extremely bad. And yeah, that was just a really fun ride throughout. I love the energy of it. Super fun. I think when you have like those clean percussion come into it, it's like, oh my God, it's a full experience. So that was fantastic.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Track 7 is Evil. Evil? I don't know.
Villain, Oz,
Evil.
Lemons.
Oh, that's probably it.
This is when Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy like reunite at the end of that episode of the Evil episode.
All right, so this song sounds like an iPhone ringtone in the end of a SpongeBob episode. Make that a pull quote.
We're the best music channel.
Oh, it's Evol with an O. I didn't have it up.
Can't believe you.
Love smells evil, backwards people, words backwards, backwards are lethal. Time smells emit, who can see it? Feel says leaf tips, eases sea spit, teach, cheat, part trap. You have my heart, I want it back. God, dog, devil lived, the giver takes, the taker gives.
That was Christopher Nolan's favorite track, Evil.
Yeah. I really like the combination of the piano and the violin. That was like the biggest thing I took from that, was like that how pretty that sounded. Yeah, obviously a lot more on the nose than a lot of the other ones, but it's we got different vibes going on here. But yeah, I just love the piano in that one. That was what I was focusing on the most. But yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard a song that is like covering a kind of like serious topic in a more goofy way. That whole time I was like smirking and I'm like, why is this being told like this? Why I don't get the point of all of these backward words. But I mean, the song sounded great. It had that kind of like sad piano vibe from Real House and just kind of transferred it over to this song with the added violin. So I think as a winner, I'm just kind of confused. It kind of like sticks out a little bit on this album so far, but I don't know. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, that was quirked up.
Yeah.
Usually I'm gonna like go if you do love spells evil like backwards. Like usually I'm just gonna be like nope, stop it. This is not seventh grade English.
Yeah.
But doing the entire song and making it cohesive, doing that with like a million different words, that's clever and that's commitment, and I really like it. It is kind of tongue in cheek, but at the same time, it works. It gets that line of novelty like just right. So I enjoy it. I'm glad it's here. It's a really nice exercise in songwriting, and I'm glad something as goofy as this kind of makes it to the final cut. She was sounding a lot like Tom York. The notes she was hitting and the run she was going on, that's very Tom York, specifically piano ballads. So I'm like, this is just like some weirdo universe Tom York singing about backwards words, which isn't too far fetched because I think a
I was
lot
gonna
of
say
the
that's just Tom
lyrics
York.
yeah, a lot of the lyrics on Kid A are nonsensical, so it kind of reminded me of stuff on there. But this one was really interesting. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Track 8 is Candle Flame.
Every night I close my eyes, another day away. You know I love you, I can't explain. I'm crying over the candle flame. I feel God here and there. People tell me it's everywhere. You know you can't explain. Crying over the candle flame.
All right, that was Candle Flame.
That one's going in the masterpiece column,
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, that was. I feel like I'm just saying it all the time, but that was incredible. Yeah, I'm really digging it. I don't know what to say about it, because I'm not good at that, but it sounds very nice. I like the words,
That it does.
so I like it.
Yeah.
And I like that one
Therefore,
especially.
I
Yes.
like it.
I liked it too. I thought that closing line was especially kind of heartbreaking, if I'm interpreting it correctly, where it's like, we want a big house so that everyone can separate. And it's like, that's kind of sad. Shouldn't we be kind of celebrating the time that we're spending together? And meanwhile, we're just going into different rooms and closing the door on people. Which, just kind of sad. I don't know. And maybe I'm not interpreting it right because, I'm not known
I don't
for
know
that.
how you interpret that last verse, so I think whatever you want to attach to it is right.
Okay, perfect. Well, I liked it. As I said, big fan of finger pick guitar, especially this type of song. Like, that's why I love those Nick Drake songs, because it's just him and a guitar. And so when it's just Adrianne and a guitar, just as good, I would say. So,
Yeah, that one was great. I don't know if I have anything crazy about to say about that one. I feel like the last track was like too quirked out of its mind for me to like recover this quickly. Although the last verse was definitely something. I love how psychedelic she's kind of getting with this, with just like the number pattern that she was doing there was really cool. Yeah, really simple songwriting again, but it's like so effective as usual. Yeah, I just love the sound of it. The tones and everything are just really nice and warm. I feel like this is gonna be a record that really grows on me as I listen to it more. I feel like doing an album like this on camera is a little bit of a detriment, but I'm glad we're doing it because I feel like this is the kind of album you kind of put on your own when it's like kind of quiet time, and this is where it like really shines. So,
Sure.
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah. Track 9 is Already Lost. It's a sequel to Lost the Show.
Ooh,
We're already lost.
the prequel.
It starts with them on the island.
And then a plane crashes.
Yeah.
Already lost beside the line. The mirrors your eye on mine. The mirrors your eye on mine. Trying hard to figure it out of here. The center is a hole in the sphere. The center is a hole in the sphere. Say your name, I hope to get it right. You come into my room every night. You come into my room every night. 1,000 years or more, and I've never seen this face, never heard this voice before.
Already lost.
I love the banjo.
Me too.
I love the banjo. Yeah, the banjo, the layering vocals, that one's also going in the W column.
Absolutely.
The W.
I don't think there's one in the lost column yet anyway. So
I don't think so.
these are just racking up and racking up. It's no misses so far. This is just great.
Yeah. I agree. I was going to say that this kind of sounded like a Sufjan song. Maybe something off Javelin. There's a lot of banjo on there, and Sufjan does a lot of double tracking. Other than that, it doesn't really sound like a Sufjan song. But I liked it just the same. I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about it, but it was very nice.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like the mix up here. I like having a little bit more of a, it felt more fresh, more airy, a little bit like the lifting chorus was really nice. I don't know. She has such a range when it comes to not only vocal inflections, but like just the way she's doing these verses. There's like a different energy she brings to this track that I really, really enjoy. The mixing of the banjo and the guitar was really great. I think this one specifically, the production was a lot more dynamic than the past couple of tracks have been, and I really enjoyed it. I love a simple stripped back guitar record, but I think when you have the ability to do a lot of the stuff, especially on that last Big Thief record, I like that she's taking some of those styles and bringing them here. Because this style is like one of my favorites. I love this kind of like a lifted, airy kind of folk sound. So that was really great.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Track 10 is Cell Phone Says.
Is it like Simon Says?
I hope so.
Ringtone.
Not again.
I gotta buy this on iTunes for 80 cents so I can use this for ringtone.
Cell phone says your name, but I don't even hear it ring. The July and winter and September spring, where way up north is the warmer weather. So together we take the call, and we hold the line through the static sprawl. Though the distances traveled are expanding still, we meet in dreams by the lilac river.
right, that was Cell Phone Says.
Yeah, also very pretty. That one felt a lot. I don't know if it actually was. That felt a lot shorter.
Oh,
Yeah. That one just flew by. That one was so good. Again, broken record, but her songwriting is just insane. Like, you feel like, you know, it's just a shared experience with like everything. It's like she describes it so well. It makes it sound so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like this one. I would say, like, maybe in the context of the record, this one doesn't rate especially high, just because we have gotten a lot of, you know, guitar songs with just her and her voice. But I'd say in the context of music as a whole, that was actually pretty dang good. It's just kind of a short and sweet guitar ballad, and I like it, but I don't know. If I were to go back to any of the songs on the album, I don't think this one would be the one that I would jump to, especially. But I liked it.
Yeah, I am very excited to listen to it all the way through without having to pause for 5 minutes between each track, because I feel like the flow of this album is going to be really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really do like this one. Again, the more poetic writing here is really fantastic. The song just sounds like one of them like 90s watercolor paintings of a forest with an eagle in the background or something. It's just very pretty and organic and kind of vintagey, which is things you can describe every song on this record. But more, it's not really, it doesn't blend in as much as you would think it would with just her and her guitar. I think a lot of these songs are still staying pretty unique, but yeah, I think lyrics on this one especially are the big standout. But yeah, very good.
Very nice. Track 11 is Donut Seam.
They gotta sew the donut.
I
They
suppose
did
so.
surgery on a donut.
Always topical with his jokes.
Ever since the day we met, I loved you and I don't regret the way we passed the time. Drinking coffee, drinking wine. Know my heart has holes in it, and there you were exposing it. How I would lose my mind to get lost only to find this whole world is dying. Don't it seem like a good time for swimming before all the water disappears? Now our love is dying. Don't it seem like a good time for kissing? One more kiss, one more kiss to last the years.
All right, that was Donut Seam.
It's just fantastic. I'm really glad she called it donut seam instead of donut seam.
I swear she was gonna do that, and I was gonna make the joke, but I'm like, she's gonna
Don't
do
expose it. Don't spoil it. Yeah, that's just. I know I say it every time, but the songwriting is just. It's yeah. She to go it maybe. She
Maybe.
to go maybe.
Gotta throw in that qualifier. Maybe. Not confident enough.
I don't want to jump to any end. No recency bias, but
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that one. I think a choir of voices is welcome, since it has been mostly her voice, especially for the last couple of tracks. I will say that it was kind of tripping me out. I think they had one like set for like both ears pointed this way, so it sounds like it's coming from your mouth. I don't know if I'm the only one that heard that, but it was like someone was like
Definitely
really,
like,
it was like really
yeah.
close to the mic, and like you can, like, I don't know, it sounded like it was like inside their mouth, and then it like was keyed in
they
right
forgot
there.
the pop filter.
Yeah, something. And I was like, it's kind of tripping me out. Like, this is so weird. But I really liked the song. It was really, really nice, really pretty. Definitely kind of stands out between the last couple. So, big win.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, like probably top 3 so far. Really loved the having another voice in here. I think it's a perfect time to do it. Subject matter is fantastic on this track, blending like this kind of like running out of time. The Earth's kind of like dying and imploding, but still finding time for some of those things. The simpler things in life, things you kind of expressed on Free Treasure, just in a different context here with the whole climate change thing. I think she does it really well. There's definitely, obviously, a bigger slew of climate themed songs now. I feel like some of them kind of hit the cliches a little bit too much. This one also kind of hits it, but I feel like the way that the song is presented makes it feel a lot more genuine and personal than a lot of those do. Usually it's like a half comment in a song and it's not really expanded upon. But I think adding the choir and adding that warmth into that kind of message to it was really good. Yeah, I think it's a perfect amount of cheese to a point where like it seems really authentic, and that's a great position to be in. So yeah, that one's one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's finish this ish out with track 12, Ruined.
She's just gonna scream, "The album is ruined."
No.
Until I'm brave enough to call you, I just fall through every time. I wish I'd waved when I saw you. I just watched you passing by. So much coming through every hour too. Can't get enough of you. You come around, I'm ruined. You come around, I'm ruined. You gave me no answer, nor asked me to lie. You just gave me an amethyst from your jeweled vest as you cried. So much coming through every hour too. Can't get enough of you. You come around, I'm ruined. You come around, I'm ruined. So much coming through every hour too. Can't get enough of you. You come around, I'm ruined. You come around, I'm ruined. So much coming through every hour too. Can't get enough of you. You come around, I'm ruined. You come around, I'm ruined. So much coming through every hour too. You come around, I'm ruined.
All right, that was Ruined.
Yeah. Great closer. Great closer. I really like that extra layer of like spaciness in the background. I think that helps add to it a lot. Like as a closing track, you don't need them for all of them, but like as a closing track, it really helps. But yeah, just amazing, fantastic. No L's to be seen anywhere.
No,
All those.
Not in sight.
they're all in the W column.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that that was a really good closer, kind of tying everything back to the vibe of the first track, um, back to a sad piano ballad. I will say, I think I heard this one because it was the second single, and I think I may have heard it once. And I like it well enough. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I don't really know how to describe my feelings about it. I think I'm just kind of middle of the road on it. Maybe it kind of hurts my ears
No
because
plucky guitar.
well, no, it's not that.
Mm.
It's just in the chorus, I think when she's writing those high notes kind of hurts my ears. But that's me. I am deaf and I have hearing issues. So that's my own problem, and it's not the fault of the artist. So, yeah, that one's just not for me.
Legal
But it's okay.
disclaimer.
I just want to come out in front of it because I'm sure it's a really good song. It just hurts my ears.
Yeah, it is a very good song. I'm borderline masterpiece on that one. I think that's my second favorite track on the record. Yeah, I love pulling the guitar out, get out of here. You get these really nice atmospheric synths in the background. You get this really nice building energy. I think the chorus here is the best on the record. It just has that kind of inflection that you can just build upon, and just like there's so much layering you can do with that. I love the noisy piano. I love how her voice peaks in the chorus. Stuff like that carries energy really well, and I think that's something that her and Big Thief do really well, is like using that noise and breaking the rules to your advantage here, because usually you don't want your vocals clipping, you don't want them that high, but I feel like it carries the emotion of this track so much better. I also love the instrumental break with the piano, and that the piano is like kind of falling apart, not on key, really sloppy. I feel like it fits into the song so well as she's kind of like breaking down here on this last track. It's a really cool organic build that isn't too in your face, but yeah, I think it's a fantastic closer to the record. That's like maybe my second favorite on the year, so very good.
Very nice. Do we want to give thoughts on the album as a whole now?
Yeah.
Banger.
Banger.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty G-dang consistent. It's quality all the way through. For a first Adrianne Lenker, the first exposure I've had to her. How dare you? I think it's really G-dang good. I mean, I haven't heard much about her other solo stuff. If we should check it out, let us know, because I'm definitely interested. But yeah, I love this record. Really, really good.
Yeah, I think easily one of the best albums this year, without a doubt. And I think it's very consistent, like you said. I love the variety of styles here. You get some of that last Big Thief record on here, but you also get to hear a lot of her personality and the way that she goes about songwriting. It's been a while since there's been like a really fantastic, just like straight guitar stripped back record like this. I know Javelin last year was really phenomenal. This is kind of in the same realm. I like how loose this is, though. She's not afraid to have fun and try new things, which is really great. I think that's what made that last Big Thief record so cool, too. But yeah, you get your emotional heavy hitters on here. You have some really fun songs. But yeah, overall, it's really fantastic. I need to listen to it a lot more and like all the way through without having to stop, because I think that the pacing will really show strong there.
Yes.
But yeah, songwriting's beautiful. I love the arrangements. Yeah, very good.
I agree. Yeah, I think same thing. I'll have to listen to it in more of like an album front to back format instead of like the pausing each time. But I think it'll definitely grow on me more than I already like it. The same thing happened with the Big Thief album, where I liked it initially and then it just grew on me, and now it's like one of my favorites ever. So maybe it'll happen with this one too, but it's just I love her songwriting, I love her vocals, I love everything that she does. So yes.
Yeah. It's a successful experiment. I didn't really know what we were getting into. I was just like, we should do this because I heard this one song. So I'm glad that we did it. Next time, going to be a retrospective. So I think we'll be doing the last 14 or so albums,
14.
excluding this one for sure, and maybe Sir. I'm
We
not
can
sure.
talk about Sir.
We can talk about Sir. Okay, so all of the ones in
Enough
between.
time has passed.
Yes, in between our last retrospective and Sir, we will be covering, giving updated thoughts. So if you're interested in that, stay
And
tuned.
new thoughts, a new order, since we didn't do a video on it. Well, we did.
Oh.
It got deleted from my hard drive because my computer exploded. So
That's right.
Maybe yours doesn't like New Order.
I guess not.
Computer doesn't like New Order.
It died as soon as I said bye. So I think it took it too literally.
It was like
We
the
literally did
worst
the
time.
entire video and it died.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. Well, we won't talk about the video experience. We'll talk about the record and the retrospective.
Probably a little bit of both. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then after that, I think we're going to do Lizzie McAlpine's new record. I think it's called Older. I covered her, Give Me a Minute, a while ago. And this is the new album that's coming out in the beginning of April. So we'll be doing that. I'm pumped. It's probably going to be sad again. So sorry. But it's what's coming out.
I listened to A Crow Looked at Me 5 times this week. I can take anything.
Okay.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I needed to listen to it, okay?
You needed
Why
to listen to it 5
5
times.
Because it's so good, I need to play it over again.
Well, that sounds like
Sure.
your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault. Yeah, we'll be doing that. Cemetery is also dropping for all you haunted mound freaks out there.
We know there's a lot of crossover.
I'm gunning for that on the channel, so we're gonna do a reaction to that album at some point on the channel this year.
I want to be there for that one.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. But after Lizzie McAlpine, I don't think we have anything scheduled. So
Back to normal.
back to normal. We'll probably do a Bab Jab wheel soon. Oh, gonna have to update that
Oh.
wheel.
I have a little bit. I could probably tweak it a little bit more. So
You don't have to. I was just saying. So stay tuned. But I think that's it for us today.
Correct.